Hey there guys, it's Aiden here. Welcome back to BroZoneTV. It is time for our 13th Advent reading from Joy to the World by Spurgeon, so let's get started. It's called The Sign of True Joy, and the verse is Luke 2:12 ESV. And this will be the sign for you. You will find a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. The sign that the joy of the world had come was this. They were good to go to the manger and find Christ in it, and he was to be the sign. Every circumstance is therefore instructed. The babe was found wrapped in swaddling clothes. Now, observe, as you look at this infant, there is not even the remotest appearance of temporal power here. Mark the two puny arms on the little baby that must be carried if it go. Alas, the nations of the earth look for joy in military power. Is it not the nation's pride to be gigantic in arms? What pride flushes the patriot's cheek when he remembers that his nation can murder faster than any other people? Ringing any bells, Americans? I'm sorry. Ah, foolish generation, you are groping in the flames of hell to find your heaven, ranking amid blood and bones for the foul thing which you call glory. A nation's joy can never lie in the misery of others. Killing is not a path to prosperity, whose armaments are a curse to the nation itself as well as to its neighbors. The joy of the nation is a golden sand over which no stream of blood has ever rippled. It is found only in that river, the streams whereof make glad the city of God. The weakness of submissive gentleness is a true power. Jesus founds his eternal empire not on force but on love. Hear, O people, see your hope, the mild, peaceful Prince, whose glory is in self-sacrifice. He is our true benefactor. Just stop there for a minute. That's really interesting. It's saying that a nation's true power is not in armaments, but in submissiveness. And now a lot of you are probably thinking, now what the heck is that supposed to mean? If we didn't use military forces, we never would have became our own nation. We never would have gotten all 50 states. We never would have won World War I, World War II, or any of the other conflicts we've been in. That doesn't make sense. That's not what it's talking. It's saying, think about Israel. Not today's Israel, way back when Israel. They destroyed a lot of nations and a lot of cities. But they did that because God told them to. They didn't do that out of their own bloodlust. He's saying that seeking glory by unnecessary war and unnecessary killing, starting conflicts, picking fights, you could say, that's not how you achieve true spiritual glory. You achieve that by being peaceful and not instigating fights. It's saying that once you have a lot of arms in a nation, it becomes a problem for said nation. And that was the entire Cold War, was us in the Soviet Union trying to flex our military muscles, saying we have more missiles than you do, and trying to scare the other nations into submissiveness, when in reality, if we had both been submissive to one another, the Cold War would have not been the Cold War. Anyways, let's get back to this. Neither was the wealth to be seen in Bethlehem. Here was a quiet land. The bulk of men are comfortably seeking to acquire their thousands by commerce and manufacturers. But here, in the cradle of the world's hope at Bethlehem, I see far more poverty than wealth. I perceive no glitter of gold or sprinkle of silver. I perceive only a poor babe, so poor, so very poor, that he is in a manger laid. His mother is a mechanic's wife, a woman who wears neither silk nor gem. I know it says mechanic, but it's carpenter. It's the same thing, essentially. It's mechanic, carpenter, It's a lower job, that's the point. Not in your gold will your joy ever lie, but in the gospel enjoyed by all classes. The gospel freely preached and joyfully received. Jesus, by raising us to spiritual wealth, redeems us from the chains of mammon, and liberty gives us joy. This was called a joy born in Bethlehem, sermon delivered on the 24th of December, 1870. So yeah, it's really interesting. It's saying that despite there being no worldly wealth in Bethlehem, and the people there being relatively poor, or at the very least, are the very top well-to-do, that's not true wealth, that's not true power. It's saying that Jesus was born there and he is the true power. He is the Christ. He is the Son of God, technically. And it's saying that despite Bethlehem not being all sparkly and having riches all around and all that fancy stuff, it was graced by Jesus that it was chosen, just like the prophecy said. But O you Bethlehem are not to be considered least among the nations of Judah, because out of you will come the Savior. That is what it really is. It's blessing by God. That's the true joy. And we have all been blessed by God because we've all been forgiven by God. We need to accept that blessing and apply it into our lives. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share the video with your friends. Comment down any video ideas. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next one. And goodbye.